Let's take a look at what is essentially Toyota's Raptor. I'll include a link to the Toyota and Murray's website in the description down below. They're providing us with the truck. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a hybrid turbo 2.4 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 22 around town, 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 326 horsepower and then 465 pound-feet of torque. We are closing in on 500,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help me out with that. TRD Pro there on the side of the hood, and then you've got the venting, not functional, but looks cool. The Tacoma's new headlight design, I like how it's blacked out in the background. You've got the Heritage Toyota logo there in gray, and then you'll notice we've got the light bar, rigid fog lights, and then at the very bottom we've got underbody protection with some recovery points. Altogether the TRD Pro looks quite a bit more aggressive. Tire and wheel setup is 265 by 70 by 18. You've got the TRD wheels with the center cap having some red accenting. You've got upgraded upper control arms. This has TRD tuned shocks and suspension, Fox shocks for the branding on those. Blacked out fender flares, and then we've got rock rail protection on the side. This truck is coil sprung in the rear. It's also lifted compared to a regular Tacoma, so you can see the ride height is quite a bit taller. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock tailgate drop down, Toyota logo too. The tailgate is power. Boom. Speaking of power, we got a little 12 volt and USB there on that side, looks like, and then we have a power outlet on the other side. There's also LED lights in the bed, and this one has the liner so that the composite bed doesn't slide all over the place, or stuff slides all over the place in the bed rather. Just give the tailgate a little nudge and then it'll automatically raise up. TRD Pro there on the back. Got the double slit taillights. There's also a button on the side to lower down the tailgate. And then you have the ARB bumper with more recovery points. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Tacoma. This week's giveaway is huge if you are a NASCAR fan. Dream Giveaway is working with the King Richard Petty to offer a fully custom wide-body Hellcat Charger. It produces 885 horsepower. It's got wheels, it's got an exhaust, it's got custom leather seats. It really does have everything. Not only can you win this car, but it will come with $25,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes, and your donation goes to help children's and veterans charities. Use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus entries with any donation, $25 or more. Let's now check out the interior. Fancy red stitching here on the door panel, like the kind of carbon fiber like trim. More red stitching on these seats. You've got a camo type design there in the center, and this does have the shock absorber seats here in the back where you can adjust whether the seats are softer or a little bit firmer with their movement. But yeah, no legroom, like pretty much non-existent in the back. And then we do get some USB ports with an outlet in the back too. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got some soft touch trim with more of that red stitching all over window controls down below, and then more storage. 1,200 pounds of payload capacity with this truck. TRD there on the seat, again perforated all down the center. The seat's partially power, partially manual with the adjustments because of those shock absorber seats. Nice finish on the pedals. Up above we've got important controls, I would say, so auxiliary switches to turn on the TRD light bar, drop down the tailgate too. And let's fire it up. Ooh. You've got the TRD Pro style steering wheel with the marker there at the top, TRD at the bottom, nice perforated trim on either side. Practical controls on the other side, like your adaptive cruise control with your lane centering, volume and voice command controls on the other side. Digital cluster in the center. You can change each individual part of the screen, and there's different preset options that you also have with it. So it's very customizable and it looks cool. This is the tough version. It'll also display the drive modes. Giant 360 camera view with this because of the new screen. And you have an off-road view as well. So that's gonna be great for parking and off-roading. As for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar here on the side. It's actually quick to respond, and everything's easy to read because the screen is huge. Got the Toyota logo there on the dash with a little bit of storage above it. And then if we move off to the side, we've got our volume control, dual zone climate with this, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel all in this section, and I like the little toggles. Phone charging paths, some USB ports. We have our shifter here for the 8-speed automatic, and then next to that we've got our parking brake and auto hold. Behind that we've got our drive mode select. You can also shift this to do the multi-terrain select, crawl control, tow haul mode, and then this does have a part-time 4-wheel drive system. Other off-road equipment, stabilizer bar disconnect, rear locking differential, that's for the camera system, trailer backup, some cup holders, center console, nice trim here on the top. We also have a camera rear view mirror, that's for the power sliding rear window. Yes, the glass opens, and then this has a sunroof at the very top. Total MSRP on this TRD Pro is $66,404. Let's see how the TRD Pro performs. TRD Pro Tacoma. Let us see how this performs. Just squeezing by. I'm glad that these TRD Pro Tacomas are being a little bit slower to sell, to be honest, because it gives me time to actually review them. It's good for you guys too, I think. Man, that gosh, I feel like I'm super low in the truck. But yeah, that little fake hood scoop thing there is interesting. Now, I will say the power with this in the Tacoma feels pretty darn strong right off the bat. You got like this nice low end. Oh, that's too far. Now it's like gangster lean. I don't need that. Man, this seat is annoying. Goodness gracious. Toyota, make it optional. It's optional in the Tundra. Got to be optional in the Tacoma, please. Man, this has got good power. It's got really good torque. And the engine isn't quite as exciting as what's in the Ranger Raptor, but it's got enough pep in its step that it feels impressive in its own right. It's got just this nice torquey shove right off the bat. The top end, right, it's still a 4-cylinder, so that's where it kind of tapers off a little bit, is the top end. Kind of to be expected with a 4-cylinder, but the bottom end, boom, it's great. And this is more than enough power to do Baja stuff, right? Baja, if you've never done it, a lot of it's just about maintaining momentum. And so, yeah, you do need power to be able to get up to the speed, but you don't need an insane amount of power. This is actually more than enough, especially for a mid-size pickup truck. Now, do the shock absorber seats make a difference? I can actually wiggle them side by side. That's kind of fun. Yeah, maybe. But they take up so much space that I think that most people, it's actually kind of cool that I can wiggle the seat side to side. I'm having fun here. Pretend bumps. Anyways, yeah, no, I think that most people would rather have the space. So Toyota needs to understand that. I'm sure that they put a ton of money into these seats and they're like, oh, we need to get a return. Toyota, you'll get a better return by selling more Tacomas if you don't put these seats in it. My 2 cents. Same with the Tundra. Like, it's so crazy. It's like these seats get so much negative feedback, and then Toyota's like, you know what? We're gonna put it in another vehicle. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Like, my prediction is Tundras that have these seats are gonna sit in the lot, just like these Tacomas have been sitting for a little bit. But yeah, the TRD Pro Tacoma, I mean, this is Toyota's Raptor. It's impressive. It's impressive what they've done here. I mean, this has great performance. It's got good torque. The shocks are great. Again, this is not quite as crazy as the Ranger Raptor. We all know that. But for Toyota's, I mean, they've had the TRD Pro for a while, but this is the first time they've gone for like a more Baja type design. For their first like more Baja type design, it's really good. It's really good. So that's the TRD Pro.